Hey Glow Babes! Welcome to Glow Radio.
My name is Jacqueline.
And my name is Clara.
We are two boss babes from Vancouver, and we'd love for you to join us on our journey as we build our empire and live our best lives.
Stay tuned for real girl talk and sassy good vibes. And don't forget to subscribe and tag us on Instagram at Glow Radio Co. Stay sassy, babes! Welcome! Hello, everybody!
Hello!
What's good?
Yeah!
Hey.
We are so pumped to welcome our first ever male guest on Glow Radio. Woo! Even though our topics usually surround girl talk, we think it's very important to be having male perspectives. So today we have SwayzeAck joining us.
Coming in.
He is a hip-hop artist, a Capricorn, and the king of positivity.
Damn straight.
We love his good vibes, and we're so excited to jump into our conversation today.
Let's get it going.
Yeah! So tell us about yourself and how you got started in the music industry.
A little bit of a longer story, but I actually came to music a little bit late. So for me, my biological father wasn't around much when growing up. So my stepdad was big into sports. So growing up, I was never even pushed really into music.
Okay.
My biological dad is a big musician. He actually performed a lot in Vancouver when he was younger and stuff like that. And but I never had that influence on my life. So when it came to finding music, I didn't find it till I was 18, and I moved out of the house. I moved to Calgary. When I was in Calgary, I was working at World Health Gym as one of those fitness consultants. So I sell those memberships, you know. And I met this guy by the name of Keston Ross, a big homie of mine. Shout out Keston Music. He literally sat in an office with me, and we would just freestyle. And it was just one of those things where he would start going, and it would sound like Ramatama, Ramalama, Sama, Red Pajama. Like,
That's the way to do it.
Right? Like, and it came pretty easy to me, and I really enjoyed it. At the time, I was working part-time at Scotiabank as well as a bank teller in Calgary, and I used to freestyle a lot to the people at my wicket, like the people that come up and like I'd be like depositing hundreds, but like I just go I thought it was cool, but my boss, they did not. He thought it was the worst thing. So he was he was like, you can't really do that. The 90-year-old beside me was kind of like, where am I? But I was at the bank. And I ended up writing a pun song as a joke for Scotiabank. And that ended up blowing up, and I ended up doing a few of our Best of the Best celebrations at Scotiabank. So, and it was just sort of like multi-platinum advises helping you grow your money tree, like things like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, maybe I could actually do something like this. And from there, it blossomed. So, spent about 4 years in Calgary, really just jokingly party tricks type of thing. Didn't really do much with it. Came back to Kelowna after 4 years, and kind of gave it more of a headshot. And then went to Thailand. Came back from Thailand, and I was like, I'm moving to Vancouver. I'm giving this an all-in. So it's been almost a year. And this is sort of what's been going on since.
That's so cool.
Why Vancouver? Like, why not like LA or Toronto or something?
Definitely. I think the sense is this. Like, I if you think of a big city, okay, so downtown Vancouver, there's so many skyscrapers, right? If you look at the skyline, a lot of skyscrapers that are beautiful buildings get hidden by other skyscrapers because it's oversaturated with buildings. West Coast music really isn't popping off too much right now, like for hip hop wise, and like it is definitely growing. Like it's like it's on its up and up right now. It's a great way, but it gives me more of an opportunity in Vancouver to get noticed. If I go to LA or Toronto, there's some amazing rappers out there. There's people that've been in the game for a long time, and it's just like so to try to be the person that. That's trying to like reshape the wheel out there. It's not going to happen. So come out here. Really find my lane and kind of like, do I not think I'll make it out there sometime soon? I'm sure if it goes really big, I'll
of course
I'll do it. But for right now, Vancouver, I was born here, so I grew up in Kelowna most of my life though. But I thought coming back here would be the next big thing. I always love the city, so
BC Pride.
West Coast forever.
Because me and Jacqueline, we're always like, oh my god, like I see all these YouTubers, and I'm like, why don't we have that in Vancouver? We're gonna be the number one Vancouver whatever.
Get it. No, like I said before, your latest platform, like you're very consistent. You keep it going. It's very well done. You guys I've done a few interviews too. I've gone there, and it's just like they're like, so tell me about you. Okay, and
okay,
like it's like 10 minutes, and you're like, wow.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah,
you don't
that's
even
it.
know? Yeah. So it's like you learn.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You guys are very professional. You do a great job, and your marketing's good. So I can't wait to see this blow up. I'm glad I'm at the start of it.
Yeah, thank you.
And then we'll bring you back
so
again.
exciting.
There we go. Yeah, for sure.
What would you say is like one of your most challenging experiences as an artist?
For me, it's creating my brand. So like, little side story, I'll bring it back around for the question for sure, is that I'm now in Nimbus School for Recording and Media. And I took it's Artist Development Program. And so what it does is it just gives me a little bit of a direction in being an artist. It teaches you about branding, marketing. It teaches you about styling, music video shoots, how to record properly, songwriting techniques. It gives you everything you possibly need as an artist. And it puts you through that. Best thing is it teaches you how to brand yourself. So for myself and branding, I always compare myself to, you listen to the big rappers nowadays. I'm just like, I'm not that. That's not me. And it's not because I feel it's just I didn't live a life like that. I didn't live in repression or in a state of like needing to the struggle. Like I struggle with my own things for sure. But it wasn't like what hip hop was sort of born under and like it came to fruition for me, right? So my biggest struggle is shaping my brand, and my brand is like I literally SwayzeAck's here to help motivate young adults to find their purpose and passion in life.
I love it,
100%. And like I feel, and by that it can make me brand with the right people like you guys. Like this is a good interview. It has all about positivity, all about following your passion. Just like you told me, like this is like we want to help. You guys want to help elevate people too. That's right on brand with me, and like that's why I feel so awesome with being here with you guys. But it's like keeping that mentality, and like now that I have my brand and know what my purpose is, I can now dictate what I want to be a part of, how I represent myself. And so the hard thing is being the person in the industry that's positive, being the motivator rapper.
It is so hard, honestly.
It is. You definitely get looked over. And like my favorite thing though is I'm just the most underestimated person. Like you might see me, you might listen to my music, but I swear to God, you come to one of my shows, the energy you'll feel, the vibes you get, like when I perform, it's something different. That's what I was born to do, is be on stage. Obviously I have to record music to get it out to the world.
Of course.
But you come watch me perform, I swear to God.
We actually
we want to.
We've talked about it. We're going to the next one. It's happening.
Wednesday, March 6th.
Ooh.
Railway.
Wednesday, March 6th. Everyone, let's go.
Railway stage. Railway stage and beer cafe. Yeah, right on Seymour and Granville.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's dope. So Wednesday, March 6th.
Awesome.
See you out there.
We'll make a little sign. We're like,
awesome.
There we go. No, that's awesome.
So obviously music industry is really tough. So how have you had to handle any like crazy rejections? Like how do you handle it?
I've learned a lot in growing up. Like in Calgary, I opened up a few companies. I did a few. Like I've done a lot of learning already. I'm 26 years old. I've been through the ringer already, and I think because of that, it set me up for great success in this industry. I used to do door-to-door sales for Direct Energy. I used to knock on people's door.
Ooh, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
And like in the dead cold in Calgary, like snow up to your ankles, and you're like knocking, and you're just getting no. What the hell are you doing? Stop bothering me at dinner. Like da just beats you up. But it taught me how to take rejection. Rejection in the game now isn't that hard for me, and like it's not that. I don't find myself finding too much of it right now because I'm not looking in the wrong areas. Like I say, keeping it within the brand, keeping it with people. People see this, then they relate. It's not hard to understand I'm on a good vibe and be a part of this. So it's just knowing who to ask, when to ask, not being afraid to ask.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Because you don't get what you don't ask for, right? So
100%.
Yeah.
I think I don't mind rejection at this point.
Yeah.
At least that means I've done something to like go for it.
But also I know too, like I think I find a lot with the people in my life that surround me, you do start to see a lot of yes men or yes women. Like people that just like that was so great. SwayzeAck, that's awesome. Like love me. Like things like it's like, and I appreciate more than anything honesty, and like and people that are just gonna tell me the truth and sort of give it to me, because yes, most people kind of get hurt by that, but like that's all I need in my life. Is I want to grow, I want to get better.
Totally.
So that criticism or that rejection or whatever it is only going to better me, and to learn to take that's really huge. So
definitely.
I think that's a really good way to look at it. Kind of playing on that. Do you have any advice or tips for people who are aspiring artists?
how to take rejection. Or
just like in general.
Yeah, like I just say like you girls do consistency. Like people in my life just doing other jobs and starting other companies and always starting a Facebook company when I was younger and being like mass text messaging everybody and being like my page, like support me, da 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 da. After doing that so often, people now kind of put you up on a like, is this something that you're actually going to do, or is this going to be another phase?
Yeah.
So find your passion, find what you love, and stay consistent with it. It's not going to happen overnight. Everyone's an overnight success, because when you make it big, people haven't heard you. They're like, wow, this guy did it from nothing really quick.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
They all say that, but everyone's worked their butt off for so long to make it there. Like, you have your lucky ones, but just work hard. Keep going at it. And the funny thing is that if it's actually truly your passion and you're not just trying to be a rapper because it's cool, or a country singer because it's what's to do, or whatever it is, if you're actually doing it for what you love, it's not even, I just do what I want to do when I'm done work. And just like, and continue having fun with it and enjoying it, and then obviously like everyone should do whatever they love, make money at doing that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Consistency is key.
Consistency with everything. We say that all the time.
I'm learning it. I was so crappy before. I was just like, no.
Well, you're a lot better now.
Yeah. Now I'm like, Jacqueline, let's do it.
Every day.
I think too, though, like, you got to think people that aren't consistent. Like I have my resume, had every year a new job. Yeah. Things like that. But like, I think because of that, I got to know what I didn't like. I got to try things. So like, don't be afraid to try new things and like turn away from them. Don't think you're a quitter. Don't think you're that. Yeah. But when you have something you truly believe in, don't stop at it. And like, you got to keep that stuff, because you know how people think that, like, especially some of my friends from high school that know me from high school. Yeah. That are like trying to be a rapper.
Oh, well, there's always going to be that.
But it's just who I was. Like, obviously people grow and they learn and stuff like that, but everyone's going to have an image of how they know you from before. And you're trying to make this. So it's not about them. It's about doing what I love, and if they want to join in the journey, great. If not, music's not for everybody. Yeah. So finding that crowd.
But because of friends like that, where they're like, are you sure? Like, you know, do you experience that self-doubt? Like, do you sometimes hit that, like, oh my God, like, am I doing, like, is this really happening? And
yeah, 100%. Like, it was crazy. The evening class today, we had our Tears with Tam. So all our 5 ADEV students, we meet with our kind of like the school counselor or whatever it is, and she comes in, she talks about some of our history and some of them blockings. We talked a lot today about the exact same thing, like the self-doubt and sort of how do we get past those blockages. And I think a lot of it, like what I took from it is just understanding with competing with yourself. Like I can look up at the J. Cole's and all these amazing artists, the rest in peace Mac Miller, like all those things, and be like, man, I'm not like them, and then start dwelling myself. Or I can look at where I've come over the year, where I'm at, and be like, wow, great job myself. How can we beat that? Compete with myself, only myself. And if I have a direction, is not to be like J. Cole or whatever, but to be SwayzeAck and impact these kids like I want to, and hopefully one day be able to go to, like, a goal too is to go to a whole bunch of high schools and be able to like do a quick song or whatever, but then talk to them about following their dreams and not quitting on it, and like stuff like that. Really the only person competing with is myself, and like that takes a lot of self-doubt out of it, because I believe in what I do. And the only one that I listen to really is my head, so as long as I'm not doing that, it's good. Everyone's gonna go through it. I went through it when I first started. I think when you start seeing a little bit of go do shows and people come out and like the music's actually going well, like obviously the reassurance is nice, and like that, like you don't want to be like a fool and just go after it when everyone's being like, hey, listen, it's not for you. But I think I think in the end, like everyone's gonna go through it. You're gonna have to go through it to learn. Hit it with a head on, 2 feet deep end, enjoy, indulge. Come out the back end.
How would you teach someone to have this mindset of positivity?
You gotta eat dirt. You gotta struggle. You gotta know what it's like to barely make your ends meet. You gotta know what it's like to be fully rejected. You gotta know what it's like to be without a house. Like, not like those specifically, but you gotta struggle. Like, it's like to have the life lessons, like, and especially when I went to Thailand before I came back, man, was I motivated. You just see these people that are so happy, and they have absolutely nothing, and you're like, what the hell am I to be upset about that my white chucks got a little mud on them today? Oh my God, it's like, it's crazy. And so like, even that, like that type of life experience, it opened up my mind more, and I think it's just life, like, it's doing it, like going out and experiencing and failing, and not being afraid to get outside your comfort zone, and like I definitely feel like I'm a different entity mindset wise than a lot of people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like but I surround myself with people that are very similar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And through that, like, yeah, it's just been it's been good. But I don't like to teach it. You just gotta learn it. You just gotta do it yourself. No one, I'm not even a person that could tell me. So no one could tell me like, hey, this is what you gotta do. I'd be like, cool. I'm just gonna try. Like, I'm not one to get like really listen to.
Yeah.
Say for me to do.
Because you have to experience it, right, yourself, or else like no matter what anyone says, you're just kind of like, oh, okay, I don't really know what that's like.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what would you say inspires you?
Inspires me seeing the motivation in other people to not do their 9 to 5 or not do it. That what motivates me is to have that kid that messages me or whatever that says that I've inspired them to go out and do something new or follow their dreams or whatever it is, and then also to be an energy for people. Like, I want to be that vibe, that energizer bunny that like, whenever you're around me you feel more energized and stuff like that. And like, if I can just be a positive influence on people's lives, like that's what SwayzeAck's all about.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's what motivates me for sure.
Are there any artists that you specifically listen to that you're like, okay, this is like my vibes?
Yeah, absolutely. So like, I relate a lot. Like, obviously, growing up, I listened to Eminem and like Lil Wayne and 50 Cent and stuff like that.
Okay, come on,
that's our era.
That's it, right? And then like coming more into, as I got older, like I obviously like J. Cole was a big influence for sure, and still is a huge influence. That's what I was rocking to when you guys were dancing. Dancing out there. And then people like Mac Miller was very relatable. NF, Logic, G-Eazy. Like,
oh my god, I love
G-Eazy.
Logic.
Your
Okay. Sorry, guys.
And then like obviously like the shepherds of the game and the OGs like Tupac and Biggie and stuff like that. Like they're great, but like I actually didn't like fully invest in that when at that age. It was more Eminem and that type of stuff, and like I still love their music, but it wasn't a big influence on me. And then like nowadays, like too, there's this rapper called NF. You ever heard of him?
I don't think I've
He
heard
opened
of
up for
him.
Logic here at the...
I actually, there was one song that I like really liked, but I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, it's like I'm Down or I'm So Down or so... I know exactly what you're saying too.
Like,
he had one song that blew up.
It was like so good, and I was like, oh, who is this?
And he's a Michigan-based Christian rapper.
Okay.
He doesn't talk about God too much, but he's just you can hear his lyrics, you can hear his passion, and it's like damn, like that's what I can relate to. I got to see him perform live, opening up for Logic when he was here at the P&E, and
I wanted to go to that. It was so bad.
it was really good. But yeah, there's so many. And I bet you I'm forgetting so many names, but like
there's just so many.
There's so many.
It's okay, they won't be sad that you didn't get them.
Sorry for whoever I forgot. I'll give you that in the DMs. But yeah.
But what is your process like when you're writing a new song?
Awesome. Yeah, this is a great question. I also with the Nimbus, they gave us a book, and I didn't realize this. Like, this was a big thing that I struggled with too when I first started. Was like I was like, how do people write? Like, what's the process? Like, why am I struggling sometimes? What's going on? And it was more about understanding that every single songwriter has their own process. There's no medicine or like recipe to how to make the perfect song. Like, it's literally how do you do it and do that consistently. So for myself, I always start with the beat. People like to write lyrics out first. Like, if I have my one-liners in my head or something like that, I have a notepad of like lines and stuff like that. I have my notes on my phone. But like, I don't have books of songs already. Because when I get a beat first, I listen to it. I'm a feeler. I'm an energy feeler. What does this make me feel? How do I see? What melodies kind of sound like words? Like, if it's like, Dana, I'll be like, damn, we go get it. And it's like things like that. And it's like, so you make the words into the song, and it gives you kind of a little bit of a direction. Like, standing in the air, you can write about anything, and you have no direction where to go to. But big shout out to my producer, Malachi Motion. Malik, he's like the most phenomenal producer I've ever been a part of. Like, you hear a lot of people on Instagram, YouTube, all this stuff, and they have great music, but it's very basic. Like, Malik, he goes in with his beats. They're so good. He works with so many amazing artists here around Vancouver and in LA and Australia, and like, he's just to be able to work with him and go to the studio and work on his beats. Like, I feel very confident writing on top of something like that because I just know, like, as long as I put some words together, it's going to be a banger. Like, so it's very cool.
awesome.
And then in terms of writing, like, I right from start to finish almost. Like see some people, and then I might switch some things out, but like I'll have the track. I have this app on my phone. It's a loop thing, so I'll put like the first 8 bars on loop while I'm walking. Sometimes I'll put it on loop, write it. Maybe get my. Have you ever heard of? You've heard of obviously heard of the Beatles and their song Yesterday. It used to be scrambled eggs.
I'm just like.
It's okay. It's okay.
What is that?
I think
Yesterday,
in my
all
head?
my troubles seem so far.
Okay,
yeah.
So for so long, the lyrics were scrambled eggs. Oh my darling, how I love your legs.
Oh.
So until they could put the proper words in it. So how I write is, you just the first time through it's just verbal diarrhea. What kind of coming out and like what does this kind of sound like? And then you go back over and you fine comb it and get the idea through it. So but it's loop by loop. I finish it.
Yeah.
I'll move it over, hear a little bit of the last part, kick in, and then I just go all the way through the song.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that, like, about that Beatles song.
Yeah, I learned that in school. I was like,
that's so interesting.
That's so cool.
Yeah, very
but
cool.
put a pause on the serious. You guys remember that T-Pain app?
Yeah,
no,
I was like trying to
be yourself a rapper.
Wait, was it the auto-tune thing?
Yeah. Because it had like a little like sick little beat and like fish rolls, and, like, eyeballs. Yeah.
Have you heard T-Pain rap without autotune?
No, I don't
think
think
so.
so.
No, he's got the best voice.
Really?
No, he knows how to sing. I think he knows how to sing.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should do that more.
There's a video and there's like a grand piano, all these lights, and you think he's gonna come in with this big autotune. It's just his voice on one of his songs, and I was like, oh my god, here's a guy that does it just because he knows that's his brand, not just because he's a bad singer. I was like, wow.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. We need to add some auto-tune to our shit.
Could you imagine?
That'd be funny. In the intro to Glow Radio, instead of like us just talking about auto-tune.
Glow Radio.
We should do that. Let's get it produced someday.
Yeah,
so
remix.
Funny.
Sponsor us, someone, so we can make these things
These
happen.
girls are the up and coming. Let's go, Lulu.
Oh god.
Those are our goals, but what are your future goals?
I got quite a bit. Very ambitious person. Hopefully, I don't like to talk too much about my moves before I really have them in place.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
But definitely looking towards an album release start of 2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
So January, probably just under a year from now.
Yeah.
For my next album, gonna release a few things along the way. Starting to film a music video on Sunday.
Ooh,
that's awesome.
It's pretty exciting, and then in the studio recording a few singles for sure. But in terms of goals, I hopefully once my album drops, I want to go on a West Coast tour.
That would be so
that would be
fun.
exciting.
It can be like Victoria, Vancouver, Calgary, Kelowna, and then maybe somewhere along the way if I can get enough traction. Yeah, start there, and then see where it goes. I got like goals of getting more management and a little bit of a team behind me, just to help. Like I'd much rather just focus on what I want to do. And, like as much as I love the business aspect of everything, a lot of time goes to other things that when I should really want to focus on one thing specifically. But that's the game right now, especially with being an independent artist. You're a utility player, you do everything. But it's good. So got those goals, and then we'll see what happens. 3 years is my goal here in Vancouver before I decide if I'm gonna maybe move. Maybe I'm just so popping in Van. I love it here.
Who knows?
You never know, right? You never know. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Be like awesome. That super big name. They'd be like, he's from Vancouver.
Yeah, hopefully.
Like the Michael Bublé. In the rap game.
In the rap game.
I'll come up with my own Christmas album.
I'm like, I'm Rap Bublé. Nice to meet you.
Sway Blue.
Next question you kind of already answered, but we're going to ask you about your future shows. So you have one March 6th, you said, coming up.
The Railway Stage and Beer Cafe. And then I'm working on another one with a local artist coming up soon.
Okay, awesome.
June-ish, but like very soft spoken. Like we'll see what happens.
Cool.
And then and then hopefully by coming into the spring of 2020, we'll have the tour, and then I'll book along the way. Like, there's going to be more shows. I try to keep them like at least 3 or 4 months apart from each other. Just because I want the same energy and the same amount of people to always come out.
Yeah.
But if they just came out 2 weeks ago and have another show,
that makes sense.
They're like,
I don't need to come out again. Yeah, it's like more of a I like it when the people really want me to like perform. They're asking about this sort of energy. Course. And then my last show at the Biltmore was I did January 5th, I believe, 4th it was, and it was good because I headlined, but I only did I did a half an hour set, and people were just wanting more songs at the end, so they're already at, instead of being like up there too long, they're kind of like, okay, well, where's the next one? Or
That's good.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and hopefully focus on like upping it each time. Like maybe next time I have like some background dancers or like more choreography or something that's just gonna every time people come, they'll get a different upping, and I'm learning as I go too. So growing with them, it'd be cool.
Oh, because right now you're just performing like yourself. So
yeah, I just got my backtracks and me up on stage and the DJ behind me, or maybe it's just the sound guy across the room. You never know. But, like, it's just me up there for sure. So even like you never know. Try to add things up slowly, but like I say, get comfortable with where I'm at. Add something in. Small each time.
I think that's a good place to be.
Give it some flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
Flavor.
So this is the part we kind of tone down our serious. We're going to have a little bit of fun. So we have some random questions. Just a couple of them. So what is your best drop the mic moment in life?
Drop the mic moment in life. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's think here. Can it just have to be in music or can it be anything?
No,
it can be anything,
Like at this point, like you can talk about like anything.
It's a free-for-all.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get a little wallet up in here.
Best drop the mic moment, I think, would be when I first started my landscaping company. I with my door-to-door skills I had from Direct Energy, instead of like having them contact me, I went around my neighborhood and I knocked on doors. And my first job was this lovely lady, and I walked in there without ever doing a landscaping job. I did sod and stuff. I knew how to do it, but like never with my company having a job.
Yeah.
Walked in, walked out with an $8,000 project.
Dang.
Fence and sod. And I was looking at myself like, easy.
That's definitely a drop the mic.
It also taught me a lot though too. I got all this money and I was like, now I gotta go buy equipment. I don't even have So the next day I bought some equipment. She's like, where the hell is this kid with my $8,000? Like he's supposed to be here working. I'm like, I'm in Home Depot, just shopping. Just give me a second. I'll be there shortly. But like,
you were by yourself working.
All by yourself.
You should see this. I have a photo of like my Volkswagen Jetta.
Yeah.
With 10-foot wood coming out the back.
Oh my god.
And like a wheelbarrow strapped to the roof, and I'm going like down Deerfoot like at 110, and it's just like shit's flying.
Oh my god. That is so funny.
That's actually amazing.
Yeah. It was crazy. Get the job done, however. That's it. I'll show you a photo.
You did what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That's a major project too. Like
$8,000's a lot.
Is like a nice...
Oh, I thought I hit the lottery. I was like, damn, okay.
That's a lot.
Okay.
I would shove everything in my Mini and like, let's go.
Yeah, I get on like, here we go. Yeah.
Dirt, whatever, man. Let's go.
I had sod in the back seat.
Oh my god.
I had a tarp in the back seat once.
Yeah.
And just so I could put rolls of dirt and grass.
Oh no.
And then it's like, you don't understand how heavy grass is, and my little Jetta's just like low riding down Deerfoot. I'm like, oh god, just please make it. Please.
Just to get there.
Oh my god, I beat the crap out of it.
Go up a hill, you're just like, hello.
German engineering.
Second random question. Okay. What is a childish thing that you still enjoy right now?
Still enjoy right now, a childish thing. I'm a big fan of still watching probably some cartoons.
Yeah,
Definitely a cartooner for sure sometimes. Childish thing I still like to do. Gosh, I don't know. Probably not much, to be honest.
I don't even think
What about you two? What do you do?
I don't know.
Let's flip the turn. Let's go.
Always do this to us.
What's childish thing?
Childish. What's childish?
I would say going to the playground.
Whoa, nice. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because have you been to that one, like, I can't remember where it is, like close to Terra Nova or something? It's like
that one is like
playground.
Like rich people playground.
Like
they know that one is.
I don't even know what it's called. It's like you hold on to a thing and then you literally swing straight down to the other side. Like, it's not for children, I feel like.
Like a zip line without the...
It's like a rope, like a zip rope?
I think you sit on it. You sit on it and then someone pushes you. I can't remember.
Yeah,
I want to go.
Yeah, me too.
It's legit.
Next interview is going to be at the park.
Alive.
Yeah. No doubt.
No, but I would say that. Yeah, how about you?
What? Like, I don't even know what I did as a child.
I have a problem.
I don't play with Barbies. I still act like a child.
Yeah, facts. I'm gonna know too.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can be an annoying ass child. Like, I'll still be like, mom.
Are we there yet?
And then she'll be like, what? Like, and I'm like, old now.
I'm sure there's a few things, but not off the top of my head can I think specifically.
Well, I think cartoons is so good too.
Oh, I'm 100%. But then I don't know. My cartoons are more like
adult cartoons,
like Rick and Morty and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Not really
Family Guy, some stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess some parents let their kids watch that.
Rick and Morty's not like it's pretty child friendly, sort of.
It definitely expands the mind. Like, I think Rick and Morty's like you're like contemplating like other realms and dimensions. Like, it confuses me. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But. That's crazy.
No, that's fair. We'll move on to the next random question.
Random question number 3. What movie can you watch over and over and never get tired of?
Oh my god. Wolf on Wall Street. I love To the Day I Die. Super Bad. 21 Jump Street.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was killer. Ooh, what else do I love? Yeah, that's pretty much off the top of my head.
Yeah, those are good. That was like 3.
Superman is amazing. I love watching it.
Yeah.
Just some
it's so
key
ridiculous.
social things you need to know from that. Like, how many times do people like comment on those movies? If you haven't seen them, you're like, what?
Yeah, I know. I feel like I don't remember much from that movie though. I don't know why. It just kind of slipped.
What?
I don't know. Maybe because I think I watched it on the
remember
plane.
like the scenes, but not like specific lines.
Yeah.
Like when McLovin was following that girl in the hallway, and she's got like a booty, and she's going all white, and then she like turns around, and he's like, he like turns super quick, and I'm like.
My favorite one is when they're laying down in the living room, and they're like, I think it's the end of the movie, and he's like, boop. He's like touches his nose. He's like boop, and he's like I don't know what they say, but it's like one of those like best friend moments in there, and I'm just like, that's love.
And they're like, oh, like why?
Yeah. Back in the day.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. Next random question: is there a time where you've been super stressed out about something, but then it turned out to be nothing?
Oh, absolutely. Let's go from last night.
Ooh.
So last night I had I don't know if you can still see it, a little bit of a bruising happening on my...
A little bit, yeah, I see that. There. It's kind of like scabbing a little bit.
Like what, I was like, I got out of school, and I went to the studio, and I even did like an Instagram story in the studio of me like doing my new song, and I noticed it was on my face, and then when I left school, I went to the washroom, I looked in the mirror, and there's this like dark spot, and I was like, okay, that's weird, like I didn't hit anything or whatever.
Yeah, that's so weird.
And then I'm at home, and my girl looks at me and she goes, oh my god, it's spreading to your cheek. And I have this line that came in, and I was like, oh my god. So I got on the phone with the nurse line at 811. I'm like, oh my god, this is what's going on. Like, I'm freaking out. She's like, in the next 12 hours, you need to see someone. I'm like, well, I got school in the morning, so I guess we'll go in the hospital. Yeah. Went to the hospital, and they're like 5 hours. I turned around, went home, and today was fine. It just...
What was it?
I don't know. I think it was just like the skin. What they said was that it could possibly be the change in weather. How we had that super cold spell, and it was just like blood vessels.
What? Oh, like a constriction of your blood vessels.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's
whatever
weird.
It was. That's really intense.
It was crazy.
That would scare me.
I was stressed. I was like, oh my god, am I dying?
I always ask that
like
question.
When you have a migraine and you're like, it's a tumor. And you're like, no, I'm gonna write my will. Like it's over.
I'm like, I don't have life insurance.
I love you guys. Bye.
That was probably a lot of times where like I was like, man, what am I doing? My mom would even tell you I cried wolf. Like when I was a kid, I was like the type of kid like I put something at home like hospital, let's go. Nowadays, gotten a lot better. Yeah. But it's still so funny because I called my parents last night. I called them both. They're in bed so early, and it was like 10 o'clock. My mom calls me this morning, being like, "You called me at 10. Obviously, you know we're in bed. What's wrong?"
Yeah.
False alarm. False alarm. Never mind. I don't even want to tell you what it's about.
Bye. Yeah.
I'm just calling to say hi. Leave me alone.
That's too funny.
So on the topic of being a kid, what's the weirdest habit you had as a kid?
Weirdest habit I had as a kid. Okay, little inappropriate, but I'm gonna say it.
We were pretty inappropriate.
I don't know. Like, but in a lot of my kid photos, like just like not trying to be gangster or anything like that, but like I just have my hand on my junk. Like in every fight, you can see like as a kid, my mom.
Oh, like the double, like the
no,
double
just one, just like
one
I'm just making sure it's there. I'm good.
Like how old were you?
Like literally pre-kindergarten. Like it was like young, and it took me. And it's like I'm looking through some of these photos. There's one specific I remember my dad.
Yeah.
And we're right under this tree, and I'm in my Umbro like soccer gear.
Oh my God.
And I got a full grunt on my junk, and I'm just like, my mom was like, you see her, she's like, get your hand off, get your. I'll be like, yeah. So I was like, I don't know why I did that, but that's the first thing that came to my mind.
That's funny.
Oh
though.
my God,
that's pretty.
That's
funny.
a good one.
Yeah. That is a good one.
Not to this day, I just say it's just a habit as a kid, but I'm just like, yes, it did.
Like, I still do.
Yeah.
Next random question.
You should wear that Umbro outfit to your shows and just be like,
Yeah, you should do like a 10-year challenge.
Yeah.
That was probably more than 10 years ago, but like, you know.
You never know. Come out, I'm just trying to spit my Scotia Bank wrap in an Umbro. No.
You're like,
No.
That'd be so funny.
Oh my God.
Okay, what is the best bad decision that you've made?
Best bad decision. Okay, best bad decision. Made a lot of them.
we like to dig deep sometimes.
Yeah, I like that. Making me think.
That's
okay.
deep.
Best bad decision I probably ever made. I don't know. I try to block those out. You know?
I don't even
So
know.
let's think of something good that's happened
when
and
you're
did
like
it.
going to bed and you're like, oh my God, why did I do that?
Okay. Let me think.
Anxiety.
I don't know. I can't. What's something good that's happened to me, but came from something?
Yeah, like
okay.
like doesn't have to be a bad decision, but something that you didn't feel like was gonna be good.
Oh, okay. I remember my first time I went to this. I went to this art gallery that had an open mic.
Okay.
This was in Kelowna, and I didn't really think like what my crowd was gonna be.
Yeah.
And I remember my first couple songs I made were definitely not around the motivational side as me just trying to flex and be this fast rapper.
Yeah.
Say some things were probably at least a little bit too inappropriate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when I got up on stage and I realized that it's like mostly kids in front of me, like little kids.
Yeah.
I was just like, well, here we go. Quick disclaimer, don't put a ceiling on art and expression, so here we go. And as much as I tried to believe it was much, I did swear quite a bit in front of these kids.
Yeah.
But in the end, a lot of people really appreciate the energy and everything like that. So it's like, I think sticking with that and continuing, not just being like, do you know what, I can't perform right now?
Yeah.
Kind of rolling with the punches. Like, did I know it was a little inappropriate? Yeah, sure. But I'm happy I did it anyways. Met a lot of good people through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's actually like a really good example.
Yeah.
I don't think I could even. I think my best bad decision would be like eating too much McDonald's. Or something. I'm like, that is the best bad decision I've ever made.
Do that on the regular.
I felt sick the next day, but it was amazing.
Damn straight.
And our last random question: which fictional villain is your favorite?
Fictional villain is my favorite. I think I just have to go Joker. I
Ooh,
love.
okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, I really, obviously, like, it's just the portraying and like the Black Knight and everything, and like he was such an amazing actor.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger, or was his name?
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. But like he was like the way he did it, I was like, damn.
He was so into it.
Oh my God, I was like shook. Like I was just
shook it.
Who do you guys like better, the Suicide Squad Joker or the Heath Ledger Joker?
No, I think I like.
I'm not gonna lie, I
Heath
fell
Ledger
asleep
one.
watching the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Oh, fair, there's your answer.
I was like, what's going on? And I'm like, that's it.
Oh man,
No,
yeah.
I think that was just really inspired me. I was like, damn, that's a good actor, and he looks like the Joker. That was everything I thought the Joker was. So
Yeah, that's good.
My favorite is when he's pushing that button for detonate and he can't.
Yeah, he's like,
And he's like, come on!
then things explode anyway.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Good comedy.
Alrighty, now we're moving to the last part of the podcast where we do a lightning round.
Awesome.
So it's a this or that kind of question thing, and just answer as fast as you can.
Absolutely.
There's no pressure.
No problem.
or pressure's on, actually. I don't know.
There is
pressure,
but not really.
But it's fun.
Let's go.
Fun. Okay. Early riser or sleeping in?
Early riser.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Comedy or horror?
I lied. Chocolate.
I
I think you say chocolate or candy. Okay.
Comedy or horror?
Comedy.
Book or movie?
Movie.
Third nipple or extra fingers?
Big nipple.
Migos or Tupac?
Migos.
Mountain or beach?
Neither.
No, I love both, yo. I'm gonna go beach.
Okay.
Man, that was
Good
crazy.
answer.
Okay.
That is all
we like to put the pressure on at the end.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, all right.
Yeah, that's everything.
Thank you so
We
much for
are
your hospitality.
so happy to
Yeah, we're
have you
so
on the
happy.
show.
Awesome.
Like the vibes, like you said, it was just amazing.
Good,
Like this
I'm
is
glad.
this is what we look for in a guest. Like
Totally.
we want to empower anyone, not just women, like boys, girls, whatever.
Yeah,
you
young,
identify,
old, anyone.
I appreciate you giving me a shot. I know
Totally.
First male guest, that's nice.
So, yeah, make sure to check out the music.
Yeah,
Where can they find you?
Definitely, yes. So on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, SwayzeAck, SwayzeAck.
We'll write that down.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description everywhere.
And then Instagram, Facebook, SwayzeAck as well. Best way to find me. Most of my marketing's through Instagram, so definitely check it out.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Peace
Much love,
out.
You
guys.
guys, bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. If you are a Glow Babe who enjoyed our podcast, it would mean so much to us if you leave us a review on iTunes.
And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube. Our account is Glow Radio Co. Stay sassy, babe.